Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktira Bhavati Naishtaki. Rudraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. So we're going to read one shloka from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd Canto, 24th chapter, titled as Renunciation of Kardama Muni. Text number 44. Through Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we are trying to inspire ourselves so that we can make our life better in the spiritual life as well as in our day-to-day material life. In this part of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is a story, pastime of Kardama Muni. Kardama Muni is a great determined devotee and who has spent his life for service of Krishna, whether when he was brahmachari, when he was grihastha, or now he is going to take the sannyas. He has performed his family obligations perfectly so that he can fulfill the desires and needs of his wife and children. At the same time, Kardama Muni did not give up his inclination towards serving Lord Shri Krishna. So now Kardama Muni's son, Kapila Dev, he has assured Kardama Muni that he will look after his mother, Devahuti, who is wife of Kardama Muni. Kardama Muni has decided to take sannyas. And he circumambulates around Kapila Dev, who is incarnation of Lord Krishna himself, and goes for the pilgrimage. During his exile into the forest in the sannyas ashram, Kardama Muni, he kept strict vow, and some of the vows we discussed in the previous shloka is that he kept vow of silence. Vratam sa astito maunam. He kept the silence, did not talk anything other than Krishna consciousness. So that is called maunam, not to talk unnecessarily. And he also completely surrendered to Lord Shri Krishna. Atmaiko Sharano Mune. He was completely surrendered. He did not have any proper housing or shelter. He was just going from one place to another. And Niha Sango Vecharet Kshnomi Angir Aniketana. Agner Aniketana. Agner means he did not use any fire for cooking or for any sort of ritualistic ceremony. And he fixed his mind upon Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And he continued his devotional service with determination. So here in this shloka, some of the qualities of a steadfast devotee like Kardama Muni are mentioned here. So in the shloka, it is described nirahaṅkṛtir nirmamaś nirdvandvaḥ sama-dṛk sva-dṛk pratyak-praśānta-dhīr dhīraḥ praśāntormir ivodadhiḥ. So some of the qualities of Kardama Muni are mentioned here. Nirahaṅkṛtir nirmamaś nirdvandvaḥ sama-dṛk sva-dṛk pratyak-praśānta-dhīr praśāntormir ivodadhiḥ. So here Kardama Muni, while in exile, while in the sannyasa ashram, he gradually became unaffected by false ego of material identity. Nirahaṅkṛtir. Nirahaṅkṛtir means false identity, that I am this, I am that, I am the body. He became free from material afflictions. And he was not disturbed under any circumstances, whether good time or bad time, does not matter to him. And he was sama-dṛk, seeing everybody with equal vision, without duality. Nirdvandvaḥ. Nirdvandvaḥ means no duality. Good, bad, summer, winter, happy, unhappy, doesn't matter to him. He was constantly, whether good time or bad time, he was engaged in remembering Krishna. And he could indeed see himself also. His mind was turned inward and was perfectly calm. Prashant, he was very, very quiet and calm. Like an ocean which was not agitated by waves. The analogy is given. Like an ocean, sometimes lots of water enter into it, but ocean is not disturbed. So similarly, Kardama Muni was not disturbed by material dualities. Srila Prabhupada Ji is explaining in this purport what is the meaning of this shloka. So here we will we'll go over the shloka one more time. Nirahaṅkṛtir nirmamaś nirdvandvaḥ sama-dṛk sva-dṛk pratyak-praśānta-dhīr dhīraḥ praśāntormir ivodadhiḥ. So the translation is, Kardama Muni, he gradually became unaffected by the false ego of material identity. And he became free from material affection, undisturbed, equal to everyone, and without duality. He could indeed see himself also. His mind was turned inward and was perfectly calm, like an ocean unagitated by waves. So, Srila Prabhupada is explaining this purport. And Prabhupada Ji is saying here, when one's mind is in full Krishna consciousness and one fully engages in rendering devotional service to the Lord, he becomes just like an ocean, not agitated by waves. This very example is also cited in Bhagavad Gita. One should become like the ocean. The ocean is filled by many thousands of rivers. Millions of tons of water evaporates into the clouds, and yet the ocean is same unagitated. The laws of nature may work, but if one is fixed in devotional service at the lotus feet of Lord, he is not agitated, for he is introspective. So here, Srila Prabhupada Ji is giving an example, explaining this analogy, metaphor of ocean. Now, the ocean, lots of rivers enter into it and still remains calm. Or the water evaporates and comes back in the form of rain, but still he remains calm. Similarly, a devotee who is fully in Krishna consciousness, he remains steady, he is steadfast, and not affected by the material challenges or joys. When there are bad times, the devotee is not depressed. And when there are good times, a devotee is not too much excited. Why? So here, in both the situations, the devotee thinks that if it is good time, he gives credit to Krishna. This is because of Krishna that I am getting all this good facility and good enjoyment. So he thanks Krishna and he remains steadfast, not disturbed. And when there is a not so good time or bad times, devotee is entirely dependent on mercy of Krishna. So he is not at all worried. And he thinks that Krishna is going to protect me. Nothing can happen to me. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Kain, Mare Krishna, Rakhe Kain. Prahlad Maharaj was completely dependent on Krishna. So he was not even disturbed for 1 second when his father was trying to kill him. Why? Because he knew that Krishna is going to protect me. So this is the devotee's firm faith in Krishna, that Krishna will protect me no matter what happens. So as long as we have strong faith in Krishna, we will not get disturbed. But if we are dependent on materialistic aspects, then we will have a problem. Laws of nature are very strict, no matter who you are. It will create disturbance in your life. But if we are with Krishna, then nothing will happen to us. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying, a devotee does not look outside to the material nature, but he looks into the spiritual nature of his existence. With his sober mind, he simply engages in service of Krishna. So devotee, no matter what happens, there are some qualities of a devotee which are mentioned here in this shloka. One of the quality of the devotee is that he is completely dependent on mercy of Krishna and is not at all disturbed. Thus, he realizes his own self without false identification with matter and without affection for material possession. So these are some of the qualities, it is mentioned in this shloka. Some of the qualities are that he is nirahaṅkṛtir. He is free from false ego. He does not think that I am this body, I am this sharira. He thinks that I am spirit soul, I am Atma, and I am part and parcel of Krishna. I am here to serve Krishna. So that is nirahaṅkṛtir, which means that no false ego that I am so and so, I am so and so. He always thinks that I am servant of Krishna and my life is to serve Krishna. So here, one quality of devotee which was mentioned in this shloka is nirahaṅkṛtir, and next quality mentioned is nirmamaś. A devotee is completely detached from material affections. So nirahaṅkṛtir, nirmamaś. So whatever the material possessions he or she has, a devotee uses everything in service of Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing belongs to me. Actually, that is true, right? Everything belongs to God. We don't even own this body. This body also belongs to Krishna. Everything is given, like sunlight, moonlight, food, air, water, everything is given to us by Krishna. So what is that you possess? You possess nothing, right? So a devotee completely understands this, and whatever he has in his possession, he will use it for service of Krishna. So Prabhupada ji says that such a devotee is he does not identify with matter, and without affection for material possessions, he serves Krishna. Such a devotee is never in trouble with others, because he sees everyone from the platform of spiritual understanding, and he sees himself and others in the right perspective. So usually people are disturbed. There is always a dvanda. Dvanda means there is a duality. Good and bad. Some people are good, some people are bad. There's a friend and an enemy. But a devotee has no enemy. He is equal to everybody. Sama-dṛk, next quality is a nirdvandvaḥ, no dualities, no good or bad. Everything is for service of Krishna. Sama-dṛk means he looks everybody with equal vision. What does that equal vision means? The equal vision means that a devotee understands that everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. Everybody, people around me, all the living entities around me, they are all spirit souls. And everybody is part and parcel of Paramatma. So, Pandita Samadarshina. Similarly, there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita where Suni Kena Swapa Kechana Pandita Soma Darshina. Whether it is a dog or a dog eater or a brahmana or elephant or anybody, a devotee will look everybody with equal vision, which means that you will see Atma and Paramatma within everybody. And as there is Paramatma within everybody, we want to serve the Paramatma. So when you serve a devotee, actually you are serving Paramatma. So in this way, a devotee is equal vision. And he is a pratyaka. Pratyaka means that he is inward focus, which means that he is focusing on his spiritual practices. So chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra very sincerely. When in the morning time, we should every day. This is called inward practice. Chanting is an inward practice. What do? You sit at one place where there is a proper clean environment suitable for chanting. Then you try to focus your mind on the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you sit there and try to engage your senses in hearing this Hare Krishna mantra. With the ears, carefully listen to Hare Krishna mantra which you are chanting. Make sure you use Japamala so that your hands are also engaged. You have a touch there. Your tongue is vibrating and your ears are listening. And at the same time, if you sit in front of Krishna deity or in front of Krishna's picture, then you can also see the form of the Lord. So in this way, one surrenders to Krishna. This is sadhana, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And while we are praying to Krishna, actually what we are doing is we are communicating, we are talking to Krishna, we are praying to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Which means that I am talking to Krishna, I am saying that Krishna, Rama, I am here to serve you. Can you please allow me to serve? And when we are chanting this, the purpose of this chanting, this practice, is that we are trying to purify ourselves and try to connect with Krishna. So when we are chanting, we have to remember this, that this is a process by which I am connecting with Krishna and I am also purifying my heart at the same time. And the chanting is a sublime practice. Anybody can do it. There is no like steadfast rule or regulations like you can do in the morning, afternoon, evening. Morning is the best time, Brahma Muhurta. But if you are busy or you have commitment, then you can find a suitable time and then do it every day. So this is inward focus. A devotee is very serious about his devotional practice. And devotee is praśānta-dhīr, which means one is calm and composed, which means that he is not disturbed. Like we talked about the ocean as a metaphor, that ocean remains calm even though so many rivers will enter into the ocean, right? Or any amount of disturbance cannot disturb the ocean. Similarly, a devotee is very quiet and composed, and he remains unaffected by good times or bad times because one is completely dependent on mercy of Krishna. So here are some of the qualities of a devotee mentioned in this sloka. One is free from false ego, nirahaṅkṛtir, or detachment, nirmamaś, rising above the dualities, nirdvandvaḥ, equality, sama-dṛk, inward focus, pratyaka, and praśānta-dhīr, which means calm and composed. Now, one develops this quality. You don't have to go and separately develop them. As you sincerely chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one will automatically develop. You don't have to work hard towards this. These are byproducts actually. Bhakti is such a sublime process that you don't have to try separately for being nirmamaś or nirahaṅkṛtir or nirdvandvaḥ, sama-dṛk. They will come gradually. what one has to do is that sincerely keep on chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then all these qualities will automatically develop in oneself. Okay. So with that, we'll briefly revise this shloka again, and we'll try to understand. So here, Kardama Muni, when he went to sannyas and he practiced austerity, vow of keeping silence, focusing completely on Krishna, then what happened? Nirahaṅkṛtir, nirmamaś, nirdvandvaḥ, sama-dṛk, sva-dṛk, pratyak-praśānta-dhīr, dhīraḥ, praśāntormir, ivodadhiḥ. So, Kardama Muni, while practicing this devotional service, he gradually became nirahaṅkṛtir, free from false ego, nirdvandvaḥ, nirmamaś. He became free from all the dualities. He became equal, sama-dṛk, to everybody. And his mind was turned towards Krishna consciousness. He was always meditating on Krishna's name, and he was not affected by any dualities. Okay, he was very calm, peaceful, and praśānta, which means he was composed. Right. So these are some of the qualities of devotees are mentioned here. So with that, we will pause here and we'll continue our study of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam tomorrow. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari.